How's it going, guys? It goes to Cat the Squirrels. My name is Neil. Welcome back to Clash of Clans. Today we're moving on to Clan War League once again, this time for February. You guys know the drill with this one. Basically, we do an attack each day. I stitch it all together and then I send out that video as is. So let's go ahead and get started here. I may be fluctuating between types of armies throughout this Clan War League. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with our full force army. Let's go into Clan War League. This is what we got to deal with for day one. And it looks like it's a measly Town Hall 16. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So right off the bat, they don't actually have any Clan Castle troops, but I'm noticing that they must have just upgraded to this Town Hall, or at least just barely merged and didn't change their layout, because there's a bunch of holes in the entire base. I say we try to take advantage of it. So what I'm going to do is send in the RC down here where this arch tower is. She'll take out probably the cannon, the air defense if she goes down there, but mostly the Town Hall is what we're trying to get. And then we'll send everyone else through. Archer Queen up in the corner up here, send an arrow down just to do some extra damage, and then everyone else over here by the storages, and they should be able to funnel through the base just fine. So yeah, that is the plan. Let's go ahead and get started. These are meant to be a little bit quicker. We're gonna see what happens in editing, but let's go ahead and start off with this. Not use that. We're gonna use this thing here. Actually, no, not that troop launcher. I'm forgetting my own army. Okay, let's send this here. Probably gonna be a few traps in the middle, but I'm not entirely sure. Send in this. So she'll get the Town Hall eventually. I'm just waiting for it a little bit here. I'm trying to be patient with it. I don't want to just pop the ability and have it be free. And if it's again, she goes that way. Perfect. So she'll get these over here. And the reason I just decided to do that, because the other troops are going to funnel just fine, even though all the defenses were pretty much everywhere right here. But got through it. They're going to go invis again. Fox might go down. She's going after her. And let's go invis again. She actually got almost killed there. Get her to take that out. Let's just get her. Hopefully we got everything. I think we did. Send in her. Boom. This up here is still alive, which is the plan. Underneath him. Do this. It's hard to get back into this army, even though like I've pretty much been using this the whole time, but I have been practicing a new army. So we're gonna see if I can remember how to use it. It's pretty simple anyway. Just do this. The only difference is that we could overgrowth some of these just pretty much for fun here. Let's freeze this in the middle. That means a monolith and all that. Looks like they're all alive and just fine. I could pop the ability here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do it now. King is out there. He doesn't need any support with like a wall breaker, so I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna help on the outside here. Got a few things here that I can just leverage, but I don't need to do anything too much. I'm gonna let that go. Let's actually put some barbarians up here. I'm gonna wait pretty much for everything. Everyone's pretty much fine. I don't need to use the ball yet either with the king, because this is actually going pretty well. Queen might go down just because I'm not really supporting her right now, and her healers pretty much branched away from her. Okay, so we're gonna let the king destroy everything down here, and then I'm gonna pop his ability, even though the ball does go further away, so it doesn't really matter. At least that way we could wait and then pop the ability and then use it just for fun at that point. But we did it. Nice 3-star right there. It's Town Hall 16, of course. They're pretty easy at this point, but that one was a weird one. I think they were missing things, probably because they were being built or they haven't made them yet. So either way, easy 3-star there. Let's move on to day 2. All right, we are now moving on to day 2. We've got a Town Hall 17 right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. So they don't have any Clan Castle troops. They got the 2 fire spitters down here. There is a gap actually right about there. We are going to be using the same old army. There is another army I mentioned earlier that I was going to probably use, which is the like mass thrower troop. But I think for Clan Wars, Clan War League especially, it's not really a good time to test out new armies. So I'm just going to be using the same old thing I always do. And we're basically going to hope for the best. So we got an interesting layout here. It seems as though they're kind of baiting an obvious direction, which is over here where this single multi-target is. Where it is pretty strange. The fact that there's only one little singular spot right here that's kind of like open and empty is kind of odd. I'm thinking I'll take advantage of it by probably just using the queen up here. There is a ricochet cannon up there that I may have to distract somehow, but I could send in the RC on this side, get the single target inferno, get all of this. She might actually go for the ricochet, but if I kind of put her over here to the side. She might just go straight down into this compartment, which is what we want. All that so we could focus the troops all the way through to the town hall. Now there actually is a bit of a gap here with this barracks and the elixir collector, so I don't know what I'm going to do for that, like where I'm going to place the queen, but we will end up seeing. So let's go ahead and just start our attack. I'm not going to use any boosts or anything. I think everything's fine the way it is. Let's go ahead and just start this attack here. So we're gonna do basically the same old thing. I'm thinking just to be safe, not to put the RC by this archer tower. Maybe up here would be safer because then she could go down. She will trigger the bomb that's right there, but honestly that's kind of fine as long as she doesn't die. So let's put her right here. Get the invis ready. She is gonna be blown back, but it's not gonna damage her too much. Gonna get her to just do all of that. Go invis again. Good. As long as she goes down, we should be fine. Do that. Don't want that fox to go down too early. Almost triggering bad thing here. Okay, I think the fox might go down. Fox goes down. She starts going that way. I'm actually going to recall her. And then what we're going to do is do this in the corner. There's an invis down there. We're going to send in everything over here where this wizard tower is. Boom, boom. Get the troop thrower ready. Let's put him down and him. Let's see. I gotta watch out for that. The queen might go down. No, she's gonna be fine. Do this now. Rage right here. They're kind of going that way, but what I'm gonna do is overgrowth this back area to not have us die too quickly. We're gonna pop his ability just so that they're all healed up for the rest of the battle. Put this guy over here. We do have the RC ready again. I'm gonna put her back here. We have one more invis for her, so I'm going to do this for her. And then pop her ability. Get some things going. Where is the king? King is doing just fine over there. RC is going to be right here. Going to be doing her own thing. I don't need to do a poison just yet on that. I'm going to freeze this section right here. There we go. I think they should be good. We're going to have that going. Have this going. I'm going to pop the king's ability. Get some defenses like that. Nice. Queen will take out the monolith in a second. There we go. Now they took it out. Okay. Now we just need everyone to migrate over. King is doing fine. I'm going to drop some troops here and there to kind of distract a bit. Main army is still a little bit alive. They're doing okay. Get them going. King is doing his own thing. I'm going to have some rest of the barbarians going through. We do have a poison spell, but I don't need to use it. We have a full minute left, which is good. So I think we're able to get the 3-star. Pretty good second day. I've had a lot of practice with the other army with the troop thrower thing. Not the troop thrower, just the thrower troop. And there is the win right there. Nicely done. 3-star. I was actually pretty worried and wondering if we would even get the 3-star, but we were able to get it either way. That's it for day 2. Like I said, I've been trying to practice the other thrower army. I could show it to you guys. I named it because it's a little odd. I had to pretty much bring the thrower troop from level 1 all the way to level 3 in the span of like a few days. So I had to use pretty much 2 books of fighting that I was able to get from the previous pass and the current, just so that I could test the army a bit, because I know right now everything's kind of not balanced and it's a bit odd. It doesn't get a 3-star 100% of the time. It's more so like 40% of the time, and then the 60% you kind of have to use a bit more skill, because sometimes bases are not actually designed poorly. Sometimes they're thought out very, very much, and it's hard to tell when the bases are that way, because sometimes you'll just lose all of a sudden. But either way, that was the attack for day 2. Let's move on to day 3. All right, we are now on to day 3. It looks like the 2 previous days we actually ended up winning, so let's see if we can keep this streak up. Let's take a look at our opponent here. We got another Town Hall 17, fellow Town Hall 17. Looks like they have everything kind of still around Town Hall 16. They've also got Town Hall 15 walls, which is interesting. This looks like a pretty solid base, but I've devised a little strategy here. So on this side where this ricochet cannon is, I'm going to send in the RC, of course. She's going to get rid of all of this in this area, hopefully. They also don't have anything in the clan castle, but there is also the monolith, which by the pattern that I've been going by, I would have obviously put the Archer Queen up in this corner, which I still will do, but I'm going to overgrowth the Fire Spitter right here next to the monoliths to get all of that in one go. But I'm going to do it early as all the troops are going in, so that once the overgrowth wears off, they'll be right at its front door, ready to take out that monolith and everything else. And this also just allows me to not get like damaged too much by the second Fire Spitter over here. I could technically go about this the same exact way, just on this side instead. However, in my opinion, I think the spell tower over here, we get rid of that early on, I think it's going to be better, because if we got to that point at the end of the match, it could pretty much ruin everything because we'd only have a few troops and you don't want them getting poisoned. Plus this rage tower, it doesn't really seem to be doing much. It's only getting this expo and the builder hut, so a little bit of an odd choice, but we're going to go ahead and do our army here. I actually need to get my CC troops going. All right, but now we can attack. Like I said the other time, I did try another army a little bit. I did some practice, but this army that I'm using right now seems to be the best army for me. It's got like around an 80, maybe even 90% win rate. This is a very good army against 16 and 17. 17 especially. I feel like it's the best for Town Hall 17. But either way, let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to do exactly what we just said. Hopefully this goes pretty well. I think we have some safeguards to kind of prevent a loss here, but I think we'll be fine. So let's send this here. Hopefully we don't have to worry too much about her dying or going down. She's gonna get that thing right there, the ricochet. I'm pretty much not in the zone yet right now this morning, but we'll be there right now. She's gonna take that out. I don't know if she's gonna take out the ricochet. No, she won't. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay, that went onto them, but it's fine. We're gonna invis. She might go down, or at least be close to going down. I know the fox is gonna make things harder. Okay, she went down, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. Let's send this in. Do that. We're gonna do this quickly because everything's gonna want to go down immediately. Do this right here, him and him. Do that right there. We're gonna do overgrowth right now. That way they don't have to worry. We're gonna wait a little bit. Then we're gonna put the rage in the middle, followed by this. We have troops on the edge here doing their thing. We're gonna wait a little bit, and then we're going to pop his ability as they're all in the middle taking that high amount of damage. We're gonna wait a little bit more. I think the queen is kind of doing her own thing on the edge there. I'm going to freeze this down here. There's kind of a lot to do, so we gotta kind of decide what the issue is. I'm gonna poison right there where that king is. I think that's a king. Put some archers here. I'm going to, where's the king? I'm gonna pop his ability. He's kind of alone down here, which is kind of a problem. Did everyone go down? No, they actually just moved. Holy crap. Okay, so we have a whole section here that they still have to work on. Dang, so hopefully they get down there quickly. Let's kind of send in some support. They're gonna try to take out that monolith. They're gonna struggle though. But it looks like that giant is being kept alive just to take it out. I don't even know if they're gonna take it out. They took out the monolith. Nice. Okay, let's get ready for the rage, the second rage. We have another rage down here. We're gonna need it for this next area down here to the side, but I'm gonna wait for them to take that out. And once they all get closer, then I'm gonna rage at some point. Let's see if I can distract a little bit with these troops. Let's get this rage ready. Don't have any more abilities to send off, so we're just gonna have to beat the time fail here. Let's wait a little bit. I'm gonna actually just do this, send them all back in, and I'm gonna rage. Let's see what they do here. Let's just send in more troops. Let's get this wall breaker in. I don't know if we're gonna beat the time. This might be too much. It's gonna be close. It's going to be very close. Okay, they might get it if they could get in there somehow. I don't know if they will. Dang it, the wall. The wall. No. Oh, are they gonna get in? Oh, I'm not sure. No, they're not gonna get in. The queen, get in there. Take it out. She took it out. We got the 3-star. Let's freaking go. Holy crap, that would have been terrible. The whole reason that it was much harder is because the RC did go down. That was kind of my fault, but we did take out the poison tower thing, so that kind of was the point of her, but she unfortunately had to be sacrificed. Luckily, we were able to get the 3 stars. So far, we're having a perfect CWL. Might not be the case for the rest of the matches, but we will see. Go ahead and head on out. Now we have 11 over this other clan. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to wait for everyone's attack to actually filter in. It is kind of like the beginning of the day, so of course we gotta wait. We're now gonna move on to day 4. All right, we are now on to day 4. We were able to win day 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at our opponent here. We got a fellow Town Hall 17. I've already taken a small look at it, and I've kind of devised a strategy here. So what we have here is kind of interesting. This whole spot up here is full of defenses. However, this corner is just walled off pretty much. And the only set of defenses on this side are this group here that will be hit with the invis tower to kind of help them out and have my army kind of go in a separate direction. And we have pretty much the same thing on this side, and these fire spitters are pretty much facing inward. So even if we did come in from behind here, the other one is still going to hit us, but probably not as hard as being hit by two of them simultaneously. So they don't have any clan castle troops. Thus, our plan will be pretty much this. We're going to send an RC on one of these holes, most likely this one up here next to the mortar. We're going to have her go through as much as she can, probably getting up to the multi-archer tower, but I don't think she's going to get as far because these are very high HP defenses. She'll get through some of them, and then once we recall her, hopefully we are able to. What we're going to do here is normally you would send the queen off and then do the thing, but we can't actually hit both of these invis towers. So what I'm going to do is actually send her in at this elixir collector here, and send the arrow in, go down through this spell tower, and then down through here. That'll do whatever. But since she is going to be the only one there, as she gets closer, I'm going to overgrowth basically where the scatter shot is, so I could get only the archer tower up to the builder hut and not the fire spitter and the multi-target inferno. So while these may be invisible, I will still overgrowth them so that they are not being an issue. This might work out, this might not work out. We will have to see, because this is a pretty high level base here. We're probably going to definitely get to the town hall, but after that we have to deal with everything else, and we probably don't have enough like troops or spells to even deal with it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just get started and see what happens. I'm not going to use any boosts because I don't think it's going to matter. Go ahead right here, start the attack. I did struggle a little bit last time to try to like explain what's going on, but we're going to try to just get through this. Put her through there. There's a bomb. Do that right there. I'm actually going to block that tower. She's going to go down to that. Invis will be worn out after that though. Get a little bit of damage, but she's going to go probably over here. Invis again. I'm going to go for that multi-archer tower, which is good. Take that out like that. Go invis again. Let's see what she goes after. Most likely the cannon. So let's take that out. That fox is definitely going to go down. So I have an idea. Let's just take her up now, so that she doesn't go down completely. We're going to send in her, and then I think we're going to wait a little bit. Yeah, we're going to wait. We just have to send in everything else. So go, 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 go. Quickly, 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 because this is pretty vital. And then send in some stuff up there for now. What we're going to do is do our plan here. We got it perfectly. Nice. She's going through there. They're going to go through there. Send in this now. We're going to wait. We're going to send in a rage in the middle and have that going. We're going to wait a little bit on everything else. We're going to do this freeze right there. They took that out. I'm going to wait. Warden is actually up there, so I'm wondering what's going to happen. I'm going to go invis and pop that ability. They're up there still. They're doing fine. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, everything kind of came back. We're going to have to pop his ability, but it's a little odd and awkward since we got all of this still alive here. Alright, what can we do? We could pop a rage here, even though it's not going to do much. Let's pop the king's ability, get a bunch of that out. We have some heroes around here, but they're mostly at the bottom, kind of protecting everything. Pop some of these down here, kind of help. Main issue is all this down here. Let's do that. That did not matter, dang it. We weren't able to poison her in time. I didn't even see them down there. That was the biggest problem. Okay, so we're not going to get the 3-star here. That's to be expected. They weren't able to 3-star me either. So that is a good thing. Got this thing I'm just going to place down. Got a few barbarians that could do something. But other than that, I've got nothing. Our warden is still alive somehow, but they're going to very quickly go down. Just like that. Boom. Got the phoenix still alive. I don't even know what's alive. A giant? And then that seems like... What is happening here? Oh, some barbarians are still alive. Okay. Well, they get an extra percentage there. I think any percentage we could get is pretty good because that is added. That's even put into the statistic for like just deciding who wins. So we got a 2-star there, 83%. I'm actually curious what they got on me. It was also 80. Wait, no, I got the 83. They got 76. So I technically did better than what they did to me. And this is my base right here. So I just chose this war base a long time ago. It's pretty interesting. This is the war base, at least for this day. I change it every now and then, but just pretty interesting. Okay, so we were able to get a 2-star at least. This other Town Hall 17 is so much more easier. That would have been far better. I've even attacked this specific base before, but you know, with CWL we have to attack our equivalent. So that was the attack for day 4. Let's move on to day 5. All right, we're now on to day 5. It looks like we won day 4. Let's go ahead and look at our opponent here. We got another fellow Town Hall 17. They're pretty maxed out besides their walls, and this one's a bit interesting. They have all their clan council troops accounted for, but they have only one fire spitter, and it's facing in this direction. We have an invis and rage tower down here by the monolith and the single target. This is just really odd, but nonetheless I do have a plan. So my goal with this one is to take out as many of the high damage defenses, which means we could go into this corner here where this pet house is and try to take out this ricochet cannon and these 2 multi-archer towers. They seem to be the only defenses around besides these 2 wizard towers up here, and then maybe something might attract her down here if there's like a Tesla tower. But other than that, she should be going straight for these. And obviously after doing that, we may want to put the queen on this side. The only big issue is pretty much the ground target expo and this ricochet. Ricochet is the biggest problem. However, I think it should be fine if I send in maybe our barbarian to distract. There's a giga bomb there, which I think shouldn't matter. I think they'll be fine since they have the frosty pet slowing everything down, so we should be good on that. After all that, we may end up still with a 2-star again because this base is pretty maxed out and beefy. But let's just see how it goes. Let's go ahead and start the battle. I'm not going to boost the heroes this time anymore. Let's go ahead and do our plan here. So she should go towards the thing just as normal. Someone is watching me. I'm going to invis right now. She'll go after everything else. Fox is going in. Just want her to take all of this out. I'll go invis again. Go straight for that. She'll go towards the mortar. That's already taken out. That's good. Invis again. She actually went in, which is interesting. Invis. I think... Oh, okay. Fox is still actually alive. They're gonna get hit again by the thing. Yep. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go invis. Might actually take out the town hall if she's worthy enough. Might not be. Okay, she actually took it out. That's crazy. Let's do this, that. Normal stuff as usual. I forgot a balloon. That. I'm going to have to use a poison here. What is going on in the middle? Okay, queen is almost dead, but they're getting through. We need a rage right there. Okay. And let's start putting some stuff around this here. We're going to put a barbarian right there. We're going to wait. And then word and ability, just to survive. We're going to have to try to survive through all of this. I'm going to freeze that. King still has his ability. I'm going to pop another one of those down there. Queen is still alive. I'm going to wait to pop the king's ability. Boom. Get them through there. Let's see here. Put that guy there. They're going up there. They're going around. Queen is still alive, which is good. What we want. I'm going to take her. Put her down here. And I'm going to try to support her a little bit. We have another rage. Let's put this down right here. Invis did not go off yet. We're going through that. We might have gotten this. Just need to keep everything alive. Okay, looks like we're doing good. We have no way to get to the fire spitter, but they're making their way through. Nothing else around the edge. Let's just spam everything else. And we even got an extra spell. Handy right here. Nice. This is really good. 3-star right here. Okay, and I took a little bit of extra time, so less than a minute left. We were able to secure that. It looked a little messy at the start, but luckily we got through it. Thank goodness. I think because having the frosty pet is actually pretty valuable, just to slow down everything a little bit. I didn't see the whole attack because I was focused on a bunch of key aspects, but in the replay you guys should be able to see, and I will be able to see. But it looks like we might end up winning this after all, because we do have 35 stars here and they have 26. They didn't even attack me. These top 3 guys already used their attacks. I think almost everyone did already, and they opted for attacking my teammates here instead. So far for this CWL, we're doing pretty good. That was my attack for day 5. Let's move on to day 6. All right, we are now on to day 6. Our opponent here is a Town Hall 16, and they actually 3-starred me with E-Dragons. So we're gonna see how we could do against their base with our army. Right now we're pretty much tied, but I think I'll be able to 3-star since I am using a Mighty Morsel just because of the new event. So let's go ahead and check out their base here. So I do have a plan. Since they decided to put the Town Hall in the corner, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the RC around this side as well to try to take it out. That way for the whole rest of the match we don't have to worry about it. Now there is a poison spell tower that could kind of disrupt and possibly take out the RC entirely. But what I'm hoping is to actually take advantage of this spot right here, since it is in range of it, if I put a barbarian there and they go after like whatever, will the poison tower actually like get distracted and put it there? Because if it does, then that'd be good. I haven't had much experience with trying that out, so we're gonna try it out today. In terms of the rest of the army, we're gonna be attacking right here where this mortar is, right directly in the middle. And of course in the corner, we're gonna set our archer queen. She's gonna send the giant arrow through this ricochet and all the way back here. The inferno tower is set to multi, and we do have an expo here, so I wonder if she's just gonna die completely, but she might not because she'll be able to have Frosty slow down everything. Other than all of that, they do have a full clan castle, which should be just whatever. It might be a super dragon or something, but we will see. Let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, we're going to be using the mighty morsel, so all our equipment as well is going to be maxed out. That's going to be really good for the king. Go ahead and start here. All right, so I think what I want to do first is try to bait that poison tower. I don't know how exactly I want to do this. I think just this. Okay, there goes the poison tower. That's actually perfect. I'm going to wait a little bit. Now I'm going to put her down. There are a bunch of Teslas here, which is fine. Let this go on. Got spring loaded. I'm going to wait a little bit. Now the town hall is activated. This is going on. Let's invis again. Whole point is just to take out this town hall in this area. See how well they do that. Okay, a little bit of damage there. Town hall's taken out. We'll invis again. She's going to be slowed down. You know what? Let's just take her before the fox dies. Let's do archer queen. Everything else right here. It's a little lopsided, but it's okay. This guy, these guys. Warden. King a little bit to that side. I'm going to put this guy over here. Back her there. Pop her ability action. I'm going to put our thing down. We're going to do a little bit of a rage here. Now what I'm going to do, poison all of these guys over here, and then I'm going to overgrowth this spot right here. King might go down. I'm not sure though. Let's see what happens. Everyone's going this way, which is fine. King is still alive. I think I'm going to pop his ability here in a second. I'm still waiting for everyone to just do their thing. Do some stuff here. Let's pop his ability now. And then also we're going to pop the Warden's ability to heal everyone a little bit. They're going to be doing that. I'm going to wait for them all to move down, and then we're going to use the rage spell. We have a little bit of an invis right here. I'm going to put this here to protect the Warden. While he's going, they're going to all take out the stuff up here. And they're all going to very quickly move down here. Rage in the middle. I don't have to freeze that thing. I'm going to freeze the Inferno Tower, just cause. Not get too much value off of that. Let's put some barbarians up here. All the places we missed. Wall breaker for fun. All of that. I think King is up there dealing with. I'll put the rest of the barbarians up there. And that's everything in our army. And we got a pretty sweet 3-star. It was of course a Town Hall 16, and I'm a Town Hall above, and at this point I think I could like securely get a 3-star on most Town Hall 16. Sometimes they're a little difficult, but this one was pretty simple. Basically the whole idea of having the Town Hall in the corner allows the RC to just snipe it. That way you don't have to worry about it the whole rest of the fight. So there you have it. That was my attack for day 6. Let's move on to day 7. Alright, we are now on to day 7, the final day of CWL, and this clan in particular has been on a pretty good winning streak this whole time. If we take a look at their record here, they seem to have won every single time, just like similar to us, but we actually didn't get that many stars compared to the other clans, which is a bit interesting, but you know, this was a bit inevitable. Our opponent is a Town Hall 17. I don't think they're too maxed. Yeah, their walls are not too maxed. Most of their defenses are pretty much either level 2 or just level 1, like the multi-gear tower here. But either way, we got a few options here, and I think very clearly I want to try to avoid the fire spitters, which they're both pointing down, and it seems like they're both on the same side. And I've considered every single entry point and pretty much concluded that I don't want to have to deal with the fire spitters, so I'm just going to go in from the top here. There aren't a lot of defenses for the root riders to actually be attracted to, especially after I do the RC charge. However, once I place the queen on the edge over here, she should survive pretty much the whole time. I do think I'm going to place her on the gold storage here facing downwards to take out as much as she can. That way she can move into the center with the rest of the army. Then I'll just have to place some troops over here to support with these other buildings. But that is basically the entire plan. If we go over here, we could take out probably this whole section right here. Either the ricochet, the scatter shot, or most likely the archer tower right here. Maybe even get into this other one. But the point is to take out these annoying little defenses here. Luckily, they don't have any clan castle troops, and surprisingly, there's a bunch of holes within the base. I'm not going to exploit any of that. I was going to go over to this side where the ricochet cannon is, maybe right there in the middle. There's a bomb though, and then if I put the queen over here, there's like the multi-gear tower and the monolith thing, so I decided to go from the top just to avoid the fire spitters. Other than that, the only issues are the two heroes up top, like the RC up here and the queen down there. I think the queen should be able to go down pretty easily, especially if they're lined up perfectly for me to snipe them, but we're probably not going to get that lucky. So let's go ahead and get started here. We do have the mighty morsel again, so we're going to be maxed out on that. So let's just head on in. The final attack of this CWL. We've been doing pretty good, all things considered. Probably better than last time. We had to deal with like a bunch of Town Hall 18s last time, but either way, I think she's going to go for the RC, but hopefully she doesn't. Let's put her up here in the top. If we just get her invised a bit more, there we go. Get that RC invis as well. Take out the fire spitters. Not going to do that much. We want to. Okay, she's going to take out the RC. That's fine. Invis again. Got hit again. I think the fox might go down if we misplay too much. Okay. I think I'm going to do this. Okay. I think she was about to be visible again, but I timed it perfectly there. And take out this multi. The fox is down. I'm going to invis her again. She'll take out the cannon. We'll take her back. Let's do this. Queen got damaged, which is fine. The enemy queen. Do the rest of her army here. Healers. Warden apprentice. This guy, this guy. I'm going to put some barbs over here. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to pop her ability. I'm going to freeze the town hall for a second there. I'm going to do a rage in the middle. Let's do the thing launcher. The RC might go down, but we just got to get in there. We're going in perfectly. King is on the outer edge. We got these guys here. I'm going to go ahead and pop the ability here. They're stuck on something. I don't see exactly what they're stuck on, but main army is going. I'm going to, I'm not going to overgrowth anything just yet. Do we have anyone else around here? Put some archers down here. Barbarians up here. King is, I think, down there, so we're going to wait on that. That thing is down. Let's put a rage right here in the middle. Get that all out, and then I have a poison for these heroes over here so that they don't cause too much trouble. Let's see. RC went down. Let's put the poison down. The king is right in the middle. Okay, once he gets closer, then I'll start placing more stuff. Let's put some barbarians down. Let's put a wall breaker right there. Some barbarians. We're going to wait a little bit longer. Wait for the king to get in and then pop his ability. That'll get that ricochet cannon because I lowered its health a lot. And I think that's it. We just have to make sure we don't have to worry about that single target. Put down the rest of our barbarians. We are left with an overgrowth spell. It's actually not maxed out. I realized I could upgrade it one more time and then it'll be max level, but right now I don't think I need to. Apprentice Warden was on that thing. Okay. 45 seconds left and we got just one building. I don't know why that's in there, but probably just for padding. Alright, we got another 3-star of the war, and now CWL is officially over. Let's go ahead and go back here. I don't think we're gonna win the 7th day. Probably not. They did 1-star me, so my base is kind of doing something right. When it comes to Warren bases, you kind of have to just try to be a little bit more competitive. Try to look up guides and just any good bases that you could find for your town hall if you're going into war. Always change it up so that they're not just encountering the same thing over and over and they get used to it and then they learn how to defeat it. But anyway, that was my attack for day 7. CWL is now officially over. We've gone through another one. This one was for February. Just before the final results are sent in, we are in 3rd place here, so we ranked pretty highly. Seems like the matchmaking was actually pretty appropriate this time around, because if you remember last time, we were fighting just Town Hall 18s and 17s constantly, and that's not really fair for my teammates. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought. We're gonna back out here. This is my lovely base. We got a lot of progress done. We have our kumquat tree, just for the record. Actually, I have 3 of them apparently. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.